Comes through Reynolds. Oh, good shot. Good hit from Inglis. That rattled up the ball taker. It was Felipe Mateo, and he's not well. This big man, this big unit, Inglis hit him and jolted the ball free.
Well, he played the majority of the season at fullback last year, Greg Inglis, but he hasn't forgotten how to defend in the front line. And that was just a classic up and in, ball and all shot from a big, big centre on a back row. Watch this, bang, get that into you. Sat him down, and Felipe Mateo struggled to get to his feet. To his credit, got up and played on, but big shot from Inglis.
John Sutton, and a good decoy by McQueen. They find Inglis. He comes to his opposite number, and he gives the opposite number the sidestep, and he puts it over.
Inglis is waiting. Now Cronk goes across towards Greg. GI goes up, he'll score, will he? Does he get it down? Yes, he does. I think he did. Try number 15. The most kept of all try scorers. It's another try for Greg Inglis. Look again. Now for Sutton, he's got Inglis on his inside. And Thurston has arched over it, but he hasn't forced it. And Inglis has scored.
Dear.
Well, we saw Matt Bowen last week against Parramatta take a chance.
Just want to double check the grounding first.
And was caught out by Ryan Morgan in the 80 minutes of that game.
Cooper, here's Bolton. He's lost it. Inglis picks it up on the run. Sees a gap. Goes through the gap. Now, the athlete, Greg Inglis, is off and running. He's pursued, but they're not going to catch him. And Greg Inglis scores his second of the night.
Oh, good night.
What a sight. The big man in full flight. A pickup of great confidence. And then a sprint of 70 metres.
I would imagine that would bring Russell Crowe to his feet as well.
He decides he's off himself. So Isaac struck support looming. It's Greg Inglis. He goes away from him. Now he goes back to him, and Greg Inglis is in. This is, at the moment, humbling for West Tigers and thrilling for South Sydney supporters.
It is getting ugly very quickly for the West Tigers.
Dylan Farrell and young Quinlan. Here's Inglis. We've seen this before somewhere. Deja vu unfolding. They chase, and they chase in vain with Korobidi flying across the ground. But Greg Inglis, the best in the world, runs 80 metres again off the opposition mistake to score.
Yeah, we said it last week. There are some players in the game you just don't want to drop the ball in front of. And unfortunately for the Tigers, they've dropped the ball in front of Greg Inglis. Now, if you watch on the high shot, just how many players joined the pursuit here.
Terrible week last week against the Sharks, but he's been absolutely outstanding. He's got their only try. Here goes Sutton.
Yeah, that's the boy. Sutton getting it away to Greg. And Inglis goes in. That's three. Three for the night. And I think it's 108 career tries for Greg Inglis.
Listen, a hat trick with an hour gone. There's still time to come. And
through the air. This crowd. Here is Reynolds. He kicks ahead. Inglis 4. Greg Inglis has scored for the 4th time tonight.
Stop it.
Beautiful, quick thinking by Reynolds, was it?
yeah, and he got the call from Inglis. Greg Inglis pointed to where he wanted the ball kicked. And the young number 7 obliged. Mistake again from the West Tigers.
To Johnson, again high, again making the Rabbitohs look into the sun. Inglis made it his own. Penalty, early tackle count to the Bunnies. Have a look at that.
And very slow to his feet. Last play. Beautiful. Inglis scores. The Rabbits open their account in Cairns.
Isaac puts a kick in. It's hit the post. They put a hand on it. Greg Inglis has scored for South Sydney.
That is the onside.
What do you got?
Wow.
That's the question.
That is last tackle. We have a try. Just want to check the onside.
He really crept up quickly there, Inglis.
Well, in his favour is Lucas kicked from dummy half.
Here is Sutton.
Greg Inglis, Sonny Bill saw him coming, and then Greg got away from him, gets away from another, and he scores. Greg Inglis, he was taken by Sonny Bill Williams. He pushed him away, and he took off, and he beat two more to score adjacent to the uprights. Look at that. Look at the crowd over there loving it.
Well, some absolute individual brilliance there from Greg Inglis. The knee looked okay in that run, didn't it? Sonny Bill Williams saw him coming. When you come up quickly like that and make contact, you've got to hang on. But he straightened back up, brushed through some defenders. Inglis across.
Smith shaping to kick, then passes Thurston quick. Inglis, you don't stop him from there. Inglis just plunges over for the Kangaroos' second try. Being gallant as the Australians with Inglis produces that fend again. They try and grab a leg, a toe, an arm, a head. He still scores. That's not fair. That's just not fair. That is men against boys stuff. Inglis.
There was a subtle little play here from Corey Parker in the lead up to this where he caught the ball at the line and a lovely offload. And then for Inglis to serve this up afterwards. Well, you did right. It was, sorry guys, I don't like to say it, but it was boys against men.
He's got no right to score this try, you know.
And here's McQueen getting it out the back. Inglis is with the ball. Inglis for the line. Does he get the ball down?
Wow.
Does he get the ball down? Yep. I'm looking at the referee.
And I believe gets it down on that side right there.
Wow. To the right side for Tyrrell. Now for Reynolds. Then for Teo. Back for Inglis. He's over for number 2. A big smile on the face. And Greg Inglis has scored a beautifully engineered try.
Great stuff from South Sydney there, taking advantage.
And now it goes from Luke back for Inglis to get 3. Greg Inglis has got the treble. They storm in from all over the place. The rabbit.
Alex Glenn just running off the... Here's a little chip from Benny Barber. Tidied up beautifully by Inglis. And he gets around 1, 2, 3, 4 Greg Inglis. And he's still going. This mighty fullback for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Will he go the distance? Greg Inglis at Suncorp Stadium. Yes, he will. What a try. Greg Inglis, you superstar.
Well, I think we are better off just not saying a word and letting this speak for itself.
What a privilege to see Greg Inglis in flight from Barber. Was gathered, 10 metres from the try line, Clinton? Yep. He had to weave through a couple. It wasn't like he burst through the line and out-sprinted for 80 metres. He had to work his way for the first 50, weaving through, and then put down the clappers for the last 30, stepped out of the Maranta tackle around his ankles, and planted it in the corner.
Amazing stuff. Brad said earlier on when he set up that previous try, beat 3 or 4, he dead set beat 8 players, 9 players, 10 players in that play then and scored in the left-hand corner. Unbelievable.
Who's the Queensland Origin fullback again, Brad?
I'm sitting here thinking that.
Flat, rubbering, chasing through. Inglis is there. Now we've got to finish. They are coming home strongly.
5 gone for South, and Greg wants to run close to the line. I think he scored. Away, Reynolds kicks, Inglis is on the chase. He's got the ball back. He got rid of 2. He got the ball to Burgess. How are they going to stop him? They can't stop him. South Sydney's Greg Inglis has scored. That is a magical rugby league try of massive proportions. My goodness, great me. Get out of here. That's not possible.
Well, I've been waiting for this Greg Inglis moment for a few weeks. I said last week, on the Harvey Norman replay, you just saw all the power of the 2 most powerful players in the game. And Inglis, not only to catch that ball, the collision, but to come out of that collision and position himself to get the ball from Burgess. It's phenomenal.
Here it is, kick. Over towards Maranta. Greg Inglis wants a piece of it. He wants more than a piece of it. He takes all of it and puts it down to score his 3rd try. 3 tries for GI.
play the ball. Play on is the call, and Inglis, the goanna. He scores for the Rabbitohs. It just opened up in front of him. Swing it back on the last. Reynolds. Everybody looked onside this time. Inglis is there. Greg Inglis grabs his second try.
Inglis for try 24. He gets it. Greg Inglis scores for Australia. They resume the lead at 10-6 now. 24 test tries in 30 test matches for Greg Inglis.
Forcing or allowing Tim to put Friday back to the back row. Here's Crump, an outside-in pass for Inglis, who gets it out the back, and it's come away, and it's with Friday. He's able to pass, gets it away to Parker, the Bronco teammate, then for Greg Inglis, and he scores yet another try.
Smith then, dummy, give, Crump, short. Inglis has gone through and puts it over the line. Smithy, Greg Inglis.
Australia, you just get a feeling, are beginning to rack it up a little here. Here comes Sherry Evans, the ball back on the inside, and Greg Inglis will score the try. He won't be denied this time, but a little bit of magic this time.